Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
A reddish-brown color resembling the color of polished copper. Uncomplimentary terms for a policeman. A ductile, malleable, reddish-brown, corrosion-resistant diamagnetic metallic element. Occurs in various minerals but is the only metal that occurs abundantly in large masses. Used as an electrical and thermal conductor. A copper penny. Any of various small butterflies of the family Lycaenidae having coppery wings. Coat with a layer of copper. A reddish-brown color resembling the color of polished copper. Astrology. A person who is born while the sun is in Taurus. Uncomplimentary terms for a policeman. Push or force. He bulled through his demands. Speak insincerely or without regard for facts or truths. The second sign of the zodiac. The sun is in this sign from about April 20th to May 20th. Obscene words for unacceptable behavior. I put up with a lot of bullshit from that jerk. The center of a target. A formal proclamation issued by the Pope, usually written in antiquated characters and sealed with a leaden bulla. A large and strong and heavy-set man. He was a bull of a man. Advance in price. Stocks were bulling. An investor with an optimistic market outlook. An investor who expects prices to rise and so buys now for resale later. A serious and ludicrous blunder. He made a bad bull of the assignment. Mature male of various mammals of which the female is called cow, e.g. whales or elephants or especially cattle. Try to raise the price of stocks through speculative buying. Uncastrated adult male of domestic cattle. Uncomplimentary terms for a policeman. Take into custody. Take by theft. Uncomplimentary terms for a policeman. A hazy or indistinct representation. He tried to clear his head of the whiskey fuzz. Filamentous hair-like growth on a plant. Peach fuzz. The first beard of an adolescent boy. Domestic swine. Eat greedily. Mold consisting of a bed of sand in which pig iron is cast. Uncomplimentary terms for a policeman. Live like a pig, in squalor. A person regarded as greedy and pig-like. Give birth to piglets. A coarse, obnoxious person. A crude block of metal, lead or iron, poured from a smelting furnace. A ductile, malleable, reddish-brown, corrosion-resistant diamagnetic metallic element. Occurs in various minerals but is the only metal that occurs abundantly in large masses. Used as an electrical and thermal conductor. A ductile, malleable, reddish-brown, corrosion-resistant diamagnetic metallic element. Occurs in various minerals but is the only metal that occurs abundantly in large masses. Used as an electrical and thermal conductor. A shade of brown with a tinge of red. A shade of brown with a tinge of red. A reddish-brown pigment produced by roasting sienna. Type genus of the Sepiidae. A shade of brown with a tinge of red. Rich brown pigment prepared from the ink of cuttlefishes. Any of various tropical timber trees of the family Meliaceae, especially the genus Sweetenia, valued for their hard yellowish to reddish-brown wood that is readily worked and takes a high polish. A shade of brown with a tinge of red. Wood of any of various mahogany trees, much used for cabinetwork and furniture. A shade of brown with a tinge of red. A member of a police force. Any person in the armed services who holds a position of authority or command. An officer is responsible for the lives of his men. Someone who is appointed or elected to an office and who holds a position of trust. He is an officer of the court. A person authorized to serve in a position of authority on a vessel. He is the officer in charge of the ship's engines. A member of a police force. It was an accident, officer. Direct or command as an officer. A member of a police force. Containing or made of or resembling or characteristic of a metal. A metallic compound. A mixture containing two or more metallic elements or metallic and nonmetallic elements usually fused together or dissolving into each other when molten. Any of several chemical elements that are usually shiny solids that conduct heat or electricity and can be formed into sheets, etc. Cover with metal. Any of several chemical elements that are usually shiny solids that conduct heat or electricity and can be formed into sheets, etc. The person who leads a musical group. A device designed to transmit electricity, heat, etc. A substance that readily conducts, e.g., electricity and heat. The person who collects fares on a public conveyance. A coin worth 1/100th of the value of the basic unit. A fractional monetary unit of several countries. A coin worth 1/100th of the value of the basic unit. A fractional monetary unit of several countries. France and Algeria and Belgium and Burkina Faso and Burundi and Cameroon and Chad and the Congo and Gabon and Haiti and the Ivory Coast and Luxembourg and Mali and Morocco and Niger and Rwanda and Senegal and Switzerland and Togo. A coin worth 1/100th of the value of the basic unit. A fractional monetary unit of Ireland and the United Kingdom, equal to 1/100th of a pound. Any of various butterflies of the family Lycaenidae. Any of various butterflies of the family Lycaenidae. Put a coat on. Cover the surface of. Furnish with a surface. Appear or become visible. Make a showing. I hope the list key is going to surface again. Information that has become public. The facts had been brought to the surface. Come to the surface. The outermost level of the land or sea. Earthquakes originate far below the surface. A device that provides reactive force when in motion relative to the surrounding air, can lift or control a plane in flight. A superficial aspect as opposed to the real nature of something. It was not what it appeared to be on the surface. On the surface. Surface materials of the moon. The extended two-dimensional outer boundary of a three-dimensional object. They skimmed over the surface of the water. The outer boundary of an artifact or a material layer constituting or resembling such a boundary. There is a special cleaner for these surfaces. Put a coat on. Cover the surface of. Furnish with a surface. Coat the cake with chocolate. A thin layer covering something. A second coat of paint. form a coat over. Dirt had coated her face. Growth of hair or wool or fur covering the body of an animal. An outer garment that has sleeves and covers the body from shoulder down, worn outdoors. Cover or provide with a coat. An impure form of copper having a black blistered surface. Common copper butterfly of Central and Eastern North America. Common copper butterfly of Central and Eastern North America. Type genus of the Lycaenidae. Small slender butterflies with upper surface of wings usually metallic blue or green or copper. Type genus of the Lycaenidae. Small slender butterflies with upper surface of wings usually metallic blue or green or copper.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.